Hello students, this is Vinay sir. I welcome you all to the online class of mathematics. Today we all are going to discuss a new topic, that is representation of data by using histogram. In the previous class already we all have discussed how we can represent a given data in the form of pictograph, in the form of bar graph and in the form of double bar graph. Okay, so let's see how we can represent a given data in the form of histogram. सबसे पहले ये समझना जरूरी है कि हम हिस्टोग्राम का यूज कब कर सकते हैं. When the given data is divided into different class intervals and the data is in continuation form, we can represent the given data in the form of histogram. We can understand it by taking one example. Suppose that in a class test, students scored the marks as given below. Okay, so we can write here marks and number of students. Number of students represent the frequency. Okay, this is marks. Okay, now this mark is divided into 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. जब इंफॉर्मेशन ये जो है ये क्लास इंटरवल्स हैं. ओके, these are the class intervals. When given information is divided into class intervals, then only the data can be divided, the data can be represented in the form of histogram. Okay, you can see ये जो डेटा है ये कंटिन्यूएशन फॉर्म में है, इनके बीच में कोई भी गैप नहीं है. 0 से लेकर के 10 तक, 10 के बाद 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. इनके बीच में कहीं पर भी कोई गैप नहीं है. This is very important to understand. That's why we say this is a continuous data. Okay, so now we all are going to represent this kind of data by using histogram. So suppose that there are 15 students who got the marks between 0 to 10. Okay, there are 20 students who got the marks between 10 and 20. There are 35 students who got the marks between 20 and 30. There are 25 students who got the marks between 30 and 40, and there are 10 students who got the marks between 40 and 50. So now we have the information, and now we all are going to represent the information in the form of histogram. Okay, the same way we have to use the graph paper here. Okay, so on graph paper, first of all we will make a vertical line. It is represented by y-axis. A horizontal line, it is represented by x-axis. Okay, students, these are the class intervals. Class intervals will be represented on x-axis. Okay, where these two axes meet, it is represented by 0. Then after, the first box will be represented by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so we have the value till 50, so we have represented it here. Okay, now the number of students we can represent on y-axis, and we can choose one scale to represent the number of students. So 1 centimeter represent 5 students. Okay, we have to choose one appropriate scale to represent the given information. So first centimeter, 5 students, second 10, 15 students, 20 students, 25 students, 30, 35 and 40. Okay, so now the number of students who got the marks between 0 and 10 will be represented here. Okay, 15 students got the marks between 0 and 10. So where is 15? So we can represent it like this. Okay, so there are 15 students who got marks between 0 and 10. Now 10 to 20, there are 20 students. So now, okay, so this is the number of students who got the marks between 10 and 20. 20 to 30, 35. Okay, 35 means here. Okay, so this is the number of students who got the marks between 20 and 30. Now 30 to 40, 25 students. So here it is 25. Okay. 40 to 50, there are 10 students. Okay. So now students, you can see the number of students who got the marks between 0 and 10. It is 15. So it is represented by histogram here. The number of students between who got the marks between 10 and 20, the number is 20. So it represents here. 20 to 30, there are 35, and it is most number of students who got the mark between 20 to 30, that is 35. The next is 30 to 40, so this is 25. The next is between 40 and 50, so this is 40 and 50, and that is 10 students. So this is the histogram. Okay, so one thing that I want to tell you, students, while you are going to make the histogram, you cannot leave the space between two bars. That is very important to understand. While you are making the histogram, you cannot leave the space between two bars. Why? Because we can see there is no gap between two class intervals that is given here. So we cannot leave the space between two bars. That is very important to understand while you are making the histogram. You can practice, you can try to solve many questions, and you can try to represent many questions by using the histograms. Okay, when we meet again, then we will discuss some question from your first exercise, that is 5.1. Okay, so till then, keep practicing, keep learning, stay safe and stay at home. Thank you so much.